together. When I returned to WWE, I knew not everyone was going to be thrilled. Drew McIntyre made it clear to everyone watching that he was one of those people with an axe to grind. I don't know, maybe it's jealousy that I could be gone for over a decade and still have fans talking about me while he was on top. But then at the 2024 Royal Rumble, Drew nearly took it all away when his Future Shock DDT tore my tricep. So instead of competing at WrestleMania, I had to sit and watch. But I still managed to get involved.
Punk just dropped McIntyre on the table!
Then again at Clash in the Castle.
Oh my God! The balls of CM Punk!
Then again at Money in the Bank, ruining Drew's cash-in.
Punk with the title to the face of McIntyre!
Good times. But I was finally cleared to return to action shortly after, and now we could finally settle things in the ring. SummerSlam saw him victorious after some truly atrocious officiating from Seth Rollins, but I'd get my payback at Bash in Berlin when I beat him in a grueling strap match. That put the series at 1-1, with both of us looking to attack the other whenever possible. Now this chaos led to one feasible outcome. It was time for us to go to hell in a cell. Beating Drew at Hell in a Cell was brutal, exhausting, and probably took years off of my life. But getting my arm raised was all worth it. Let's go back to that night, Bad Blood 2024. Get Drew in the cell, and let's show him that you can say whatever you want to about me, but when you bring a man's dog into things, that's a line you do not cross.
Drew McIntyre steps inside Hell for the third time in his career.
From Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 275 pounds, Drew McIntyre!
He's yet to win this matchup. Most notably, he lost the WWE Championship to Randy Orton in the cell 4 years ago. Tonight, Drew McIntyre hopes to end that losing streak and CM Punk's career. You know, Corey, another interesting statistic. Drew McIntyre made his premium live event debut 15 years and 1 day ago. Ironically, in the Hell in a Cell premium live event. Oh, how Drew McIntyre has come so far from that day.
It has been a complete transformation since those days. This is a vengeful Scottish psychopath before us now, and I don't think anyone has given reason for Drew's wrath more than CM Punk.
CM Punk in his career is 2-2 in Hell in a Cell matches, but this is his first time in the cell in nearly 11 years. Right here in Atlanta, CM Punk actually had a Hell in a Cell match and walked out victorious.
Yeah, but with all the disdain between Punk and McIntyre, I will be surprised to see anybody walking out of this structure in one piece tonight.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
And there's really no room to mince words. These men want to end each other's careers. They want to maim each other. They want to send each other to the hospital.
Well, if sending your opponent to the emergency room is the prime objective, I can't think of a more suitable setting. Punk has to tap into that side of himself tonight if he wants to walk out of the cell, or out of Atlanta at all. He said that Drew McIntyre has made him the man his worst critics say he is.
Hate is
is a word we don't use a lot around WWE because there's a certain amount of respect between most competitors. But there is no other word I can use to describe what CM Punk and Drew McIntyre have for each other.
These two have vowed to destroy each other, to end each other's careers here at Hell in a Cell.
The final match in an epic trilogy. I don't know if either of them is going to be able to survive tonight.
It knew what was coming there. It all began last November with the return of CM Punk, and that ticked off a lot of superstars, including Drew McIntyre, who believed Punk wanted to kill this business. And CM Punk had no business being back in WWE.
This is turning into a brawl.
Countered by CM Punk.
Just teeing off with that fight forever vibe.
Big shots being fired right now. Neither competitor letting up. Oh, and he gets... discarded out of the ring. Moving out from the ring closer to those towering walls of the cell.
Uppercut right on target.
And Punk making his way back to the ring.
Sneaks behind into a hammerlock.
Oh, nice lariat.
We've had the opportunity to talk to some of the legends who have been in Hell in a Cell over the years. You ask a guy like inside cradle.
Oh, look at this small package. And he kicks out quick.
Trying to catch him off guard with that attempt.
Playing possum. Shoulders down. Not much behind that pin attempt.
Not even close to ending this.
Oh, what an axe handle.
Emotions running high, and this is the pain Punk promised to deliver onto McIntyre. Delivers the knee.
Taking heavy fire in the corner in the form of a series of clotheslines. And driven down in a belly-to-back suplex. This is not wholly unfamiliar territory, psychologically speaking, for CM Punk. If you look back to Punk's
From way up.
And nobody home on that one. Set up in the corner. What is coming next? Slipped out and taken out the legs.
Looking to go up high. Here we go.
completely missed the mark there.
Into a neck breaker.
Soaring out of the ring goes Punk.
Now to the ring, to the confines of the chain link enclosure. Oh, that gets reversed on CM Punk. With an uppercut. Solid punch. Oh!
Big punch finds its mark.
Moving into the ring.
He's faltering, slowly getting up.
Picked up and being carried around now.
Recklessly.
Can he do it here? Immediately powers out.
Not even close.
Driving the boot into the midsection there. DDT.
Things now not going well for CM Punk.
Drew McIntyre is absolutely ruthless right now in his assault on CM Punk. From above.
Oh, man, he landed rough there.
Oh.
Sharp knee. This crowd is learning, along with Drew McIntyre, that the inside of CM Punk's head is a scary, scary place.
Wants to finish this.
From the top.
Diving double axe handle. Pin on CM Punk. Rotates out and gets the cover.
He clearly wants to dish out more punishment.
Struck with a calf kick.
It's never been a matter of self-preservation with anybody I've seen step in the ring with CM Punk. McIntyre has made it abundantly clear he wants to end Punk's career, ruin Punk's life tonight.
And Punk looks like he wants to do the same to McIntyre.
Listen, Punk said, despite the best efforts of my family to stop me from going into this matchup, he says, I can't afford a Hell in a Cell match at this point in my career, but if this means the end of my career, so be it, because I have to end Drew McIntyre.
Well, that just speaks volumes to how deeply under the skin of CM Punk McIntyre managed to get.
Coming back from the outside now. And the action is shifted now into that dangerous area between the ring and the walls of the cell. Corey, you probably know CM Punk better than any of us. You've seen Punk. You've seen the good and the bad side of this man.
Yeah, but even myself, I don't know what Punk is truly capable of. I've never been trapped inside Hell in a Cell with CM Punk. Listen, this may not be the man CM Punk wants to be, but this is who CM Punk has been. Who CM Punk is in his heart. No fear, no hope. Fight tonight like there's no tomorrow, because for Punk, there may not be.
And the same goes for McIntyre.
You're absolutely right.
McIntyre said, Punk, you think you're supernatural, but you are nothing but a man.
Taking full advantage of the foreign object in play here. Back-to-back attacks.
Oh, we know what's coming here. Ladies and gentlemen, GTS connects. No way Drew's getting up now. This fight will not go down as a 5-star wrestling classic, that is for sure. These men want to punish and maim one another.
Limited only by the confines of the cell and their own imagination.
Well, start the count. We know exactly what McIntyre's aiming for here. And he gets it, the Claymore.
That might be all Drew needs.
Cover. Oh, he gets the shoulder up before 3.
There is that legendary fighting spirit of Punk on full display.
And you know McIntyre loves a challenge, but he better not let his opponent hang around for too long.
CM Punk from the top rope. CM Punk with the elbow.
Punk has McIntyre on Dream Street right now.
And Punk now lifting his opponent up and back down with a GTS.
Can that finish McIntyre? Oh, what an axe handle.
Out of the ring, still surrounded by the hell that is the steel structure. And what's he looking for here?
Found a bat under the ring, but what's he got planned next?
And here he is, heading back into the ring. And let's not forget the obsession Drew McIntyre had with Punk and what Punk has cost McIntyre on a number of occasions. That being the World Championship, including at WrestleMania.
It's about to be locked in. Here we go, guys.
And he locks in a perfectly applied. One last gasp effort, and that'll do it.
Punk dodges out in time.
Wow, belly to belly. Now to the ring, to the confines of the chain link enclosure.
Boom! What an uppercut.
Ooh! Oh! Oh!
And you notice the black armband on the left bicep of McIntyre. He told us he was wearing that tonight because this was Punk's funeral. He was wearing black out of, quote, respect for CM Punk.
McIntyre also wanted to offer his apologies in advance for what he does to the straight-edge superstar.
Certainly a master stroke of mind games. We'll find out if Drew McIntyre can do what Punk claimed. Did McIntyre summon the devil himself, or has Drew been successful in clouding Punk's headspace? Is Punk's psyche all over the place because he's clouded by rage? Connects with a home run worthy hit. So much disdain with each of these shots. Something about this is starting to feel way more personal.
Come on, stop this. Your point's made. No need to keep on doing this.
This is beyond personal now. This is about putting the competition out of action.
Come on, this has gone way too far. Just stop this already.
We all knew this wasn't going to be a 5-star wrestling classic.
An incredible match. Can't call it a fight. This has been an out-and-out brawl.
Kick gets caught into a dragon screw.
Game changer.
Oh.
Punk looking to impose his will on his opponent. And a backbreaker.
Ooh, swinging that like the Bambino.
CM Punk now connects with a Uranagi and text.
He makes the choice to abandon the hold.
Time to go for a ride. Exploder suplex. Russian leg sweep.
Spin kick to the midsection. And Punk is really putting the pressure on. He covers. Is this it?
Could be.
McIntyre has finally broken CM Punk.
Here is your winner, Drew McIntyre.
Hate is a word we don't use a lot around WWE because there's a certain amount of respect between most competitors. But there is no other word I can use to describe what CM Punk and Drew McIntyre have for each other.
These two have vowed to destroy each other, to end each other's careers here at Hell in a Cell.
The final match in an epic trilogy from the top.
Steps to one side, catches the
Backbreaker.
This is not wholly unfamiliar territory, psychologically speaking, for CM Punk. If you look back to Punk's career, once upon a time, he admitted in order to destroy the monsters of the world, he himself must become a monster. He said Drew McIntyre has made him the man his worst critics say he is.
Punk has said this is not the man he wants to be, but Drew McIntyre has taken him to that place. And it's the devil Punk needs to tap into if he wants to walk out of the Hell in a Cell.
Making way toward the top rope.
Stalking from above.
From way up. Sidestep out of the way.
But turns it into a backbreaker.
It all began last November with the return of CM Punk, and that ticked off a lot of superstars, including Drew McIntyre, who believed Punk wanted to kill this business. And CM Punk had no business being back in WWE. The company had buried for a decade. And that has driven us to tonight in the final match in this trilogy between Punk and McIntyre.
You got to think about this. Drew McIntyre has never won inside Hell in a Cell. Punk has. That's going to be adding even more to this match for Drew tonight.
Yeah, McIntyre's been successful in unleashing all of his mind games on Punk leading up to this point. But is that something clouding his own vision? CM Punk headed to the top rope. Moving out from the ring closer to those towering walls of the cell.
Oh, come on now. There is no need to bring out the sledgehammer.
We've had the opportunity to talk to some of the legends who have been in Hell in a Cell over the years. You ask a guy like The Undertaker, Wade, who's been inside this structure 14 times in his career. Every time he left, he was never the same.
That in and of itself is nothing short of miraculous. I doubt that record will ever be topped.
And how long can you last? How deep can you dig? How long will you be locked in this structure? You ask guys like Triple H and Shawn Michaels who had the longest ever Hell in a Cell match in over 47 minutes. Will Punk and McIntyre go longer than that tonight? Boom! Elbow drop. He's heading to the top turnbuckle.
From the top,
diving double axe handle. Just bashing them with that hammer. And CM Punk's maintaining the advantage now.
McIntyre tempted the devil inside the Second City Saints, and he's paying for it now.
Oh, turns the hammer into a projectile and nails it, letting out every ounce of frustration and rage and then some. Oof, running knee in the corner.
This fight will not go down as a five-star wrestling. Opponent lifted. Evades the attack, and not a moment too soon. Ties her opponent up with a hammerlock.
Right into a lariat. Setting course to the top turnbuckle.
From the top rope.
Flying elbow drop. Punk has McIntyre on Dream Street right now.
Punk's had enough. He's looking to end this here.
Go to sleep. Now CM Punk needs to end this.
A pinpoint kick to the back. Corey, you probably know CM Punk better than any of us. You've seen Punk. You've seen the good and the bad side of this man.
Yeah, but even myself, I don't know what Punk is truly capable of. I've never been trapped inside Hell in a Cell with CM Punk. Listen, this may not be the man CM Punk wants to be, but this is who CM Punk has been. Who CM Punk is in his heart. No fear, no hope. Fight tonight like there's no tomorrow, because for Punk, there may not be.
And the same goes for McIntyre.
You're absolutely right.
McIntyre said, Punk, you think you're supernatural, but you are nothing but a man. Another attack to the head has to be pretty dazed now.
And now McIntyre is being neutralized.
Punk finding the will to turn the tides inside the cell. He's got McIntyre reeling.
He breaks the pin before a 1 count.
The referee did not even make it to a 1 count.
CM Punk looking to turn out the lights.
The go to sleep GTS from Punk.
The lights are dimming for McIntyre.
It's about to be locked in. Here we go, guys. And he decides to let his opponent out of the hold.
Might have felt like he was losing a grip and didn't want the opposition to counter out of the submission. Looking like John Henry swinging the hammer like that.
And CM Punk is leaving no breathing room here.
And it looks like CM Punk smells blood in the water right now, and Drew is in danger.
Punk and McIntyre might be setting a whole new standard of brutality in this business.
Fighting like there is no tomorrow, because for one of these men, there might not be. Punk peppering his opponent with attacks. Uranagi into the...
Not sure what he's thinking, letting go here. Now attempts to cover.
Can he keep him down?
The count was stopped before it started.
Showing no signs of wear or tear even as this match goes on.
Punk wasting no motion on the counter. Russian leg sweep. McIntyre must be getting phased by this attack.
Punk is proving hard to deal with. and forth we go. Boom. And this match is swiftly turning into a knockdown, drag-out affair.
Looks like a hockey fight's just broken out.
Oof! Oh!
Exhaustion setting in, and neither one of them is letting up. Boom!
All this heavy artillery is really adding up. This has turned into a violent game of chicken. Who's going to step off the gas first?
We all knew this wasn't going to be a 5-star wrestling classic.
An incredible match. Can't call it a fight. This has been an out-and-out brawl.
And the action is shifted now into that dangerous area between the ring and the walls of the cell. And now he's back into the ring. Looking to explore every inch of hell here now. He's rummaging for some sort of equalizer underneath the ring.
Looks like the road crew left some tools under the ring, and it's going to get used again.
And now it's back to the ring for Punk.
Oh, what an axe handle.
Moving out from the ring closer to those towering walls of the cell.
Picking up the pine wood here, and he's got that look in his eyes.
Got a wrench. Looking to tune someone up.
Not so fast. Hurricane Rana.
Oh, smacked with the wrench.
Overwhelming offense now from Punk.
McIntyre is having trouble getting his bearings.
Punk missed with a wrench and a low blow by McIntyre.
Remember, that is completely legal. It is distasteful, but it's highly effective, and all the wind knocked out of Punk's sails.
Who cares about being tasteful when you're locked inside of Hell in a Cell, Wade? Drew McIntyre came here to destroy Punk once and for all.
And now McIntyre going to introduce the steel steps into this matchup. The Scottish Warrior, this Terminator, just destroying Punk.
Well, you wanted hell, Punk? You're getting hell. You are locked in there, no escape, and your demise may be imminent.
Punk trying to summon the will to continue, and what does McIntyre have inside of that little bag, gentlemen?
I can only imagine what this sicko has in mind.
The Scottish psychopath cooking up something dastardly, no doubt.
Oh my God, the disrespect.
Adding insult to injury.
Those are the beads of Punk's bracelet.
Were the beads of Punk's bracelet. And McIntyre now looking to just finally put Punk away.
No! McIntyre might have just broken his back.
Oh, God, the sharp edge of that steel digging in to the lower back of McIntyre, who may be crippled. And now with the upper hand is CM Punk.
This is one of the most brutal matches I've ever witnessed inside Hell in a Cell.
Punk trying to shove those beads down McIntyre's throat. Here it comes, the end.
GTS connects. Cover off the go to sleep by Punk. And he got him. What a win, what a match.
here is your winner, CM Punk!
CM Punk earned this victory.
Such a drawn-out, heated rivalry, but finally conquering McIntyre is CM Punk.
For as clear as Drew made it that he was not happy to have me back, it was nothing in comparison to the noise generated about me by the constant thorn in my side, Seth.
Enjoy the show.
Much like Drew, Rollins had a bit of a tantrum when I walked through that curtain at Survivor Series after nearly 10 years away from WWE. I knew we were on a collision course. After Hell in a Cell, I took a little time to heal. Once I felt good, a special request from Paul Heyman led me to joining the OG Bloodline at Survivor Series to help Roman Reigns in his quest to dismantle the new Bloodline. Once that was settled, I focused solely on Seth. We were set to battle at the first Raw of 2025, and after waiting a decade for this opportunity, I certainly wasn't going to let anything go wrong. So let's go back to January 2025, the start of a new era, and beat Seth Rollins in front of the entire world.
And here we go. Seth freaking Rollins is motivated as we've ever seen him. This is personal.
The people are singing Rollins' song. This is Rollins' battle cry as he heads to war with CM Punk.
From Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 225 pounds, Seth freaking Rollins!
Ladies and gentlemen, over 20 years ago, Seth Rollins got in a car and drove from Iowa to the East Coast to try out for CM Punk's training school. He redefined himself in his craft. Rollins and Punk would reunite briefly in NXT, and then the Shield would become mercenaries for Punk. And Punk would leave WWE for personal and professional reasons. Talk negatively about WWE, while Rollins carried WWE on his back for a decade. CM Punk would return to WWE 14 months ago to huge fanfare, the support of the fans and many in the back, and that didn't sit well with Seth Rollins. There was no way that Rollins was going to welcome Punk back, and it's led to this tonight. Seth freaking Rollins versus a man who has become his arch nemesis, CM Punk.
And this capacity crowd just exploded. They know exactly what time it is.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
And this is CM Punk's first singles match since October, since that brutal Hell in a Cell match against Drew McIntyre. It's Punk's first match on Monday Night Raw, period, since 2014.
Seth Rollins prides himself on being the absolute workhorse of WWE. You have to imagine he sees that as a point in his favor here, a clear advantage he has over Punk.
CM Punk and Seth Rollins, two men who are completely beloved by the WWE Universe for their incredible talent, their work ethic, and their passion and drive.
But as similar as they are in those respects, where they have diverged has become a point of contention between both of them, which has brought us to this point in the main event of a historic Monday Night Raw.
A magical feeling in the air as Seth freaking Rollins faces off against a man who has become his arch nemesis, CM Punk. Two men are beloved by the WWE Universe for their incredible talent and work ethic.
However, there is absolutely no love lost between these two men. Two absolute legends in their own right, but where Rollins carried this company for the past 10 years, Punk went to MMA. He went to other companies and he talked harshly about WWE, all before being welcomed back with open arms.
Yeah, that really didn't sit well with Seth Rollins. There was no way that Rollins is going to welcome Punk back, and it's led to this tonight. CM Punk has been very public about the many injuries that Rollins has suffered over the years. He'll no doubt be looking to target those areas tonight.
Rollins' neck, his lower back, that surgically repaired knee. Look, you can even see the brace. There's no doubt that Rollins is something of a moving target tonight, at least in Punk's eyes. But Rollins can target Punk too. Don't forget about that triceps injury from last year, because Rollins definitely has it.
Amazing action so far in the main event of an historic episode of Monday Night Raw. We've seen so many unforgettable moments tonight as the show makes its debut on the biggest streaming service in the world.
And I can think of no matchup more worthy of this show's main event than two generational talents in the form of CM Punk and Seth freaking Rollins.
Given the major stakes in this match and the high-profile nature of this event, I expect a lot of leeway from the official in this match. Nobody wants to see this one end in a count-out or disqualification.
Into a clothesline.
He saw that one coming.
Gentlemen, here's an astonishing fact. This is CM Punk's first match on Raw in almost 11 years.
The last time Punk competed on WWE's flagship show, it was a week before the 2014 Royal Rumble. And in a little more than 4 weeks, both men will take part in the 2025 Royal Rumble with the aim to earn a main event spot at WrestleMania 41.
I'd say either of these men has a good chance at claiming a main event spot at WrestleMania if they don't destroy each other first.
Corey, I don't have my notes handy. Who did Punk last face on Raw?
It says here he now works with office supplies. Ow!
Seth turns that away.
Punk famously said the night after he returned to WWE, quote, "I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money." He said he doesn't care what others think of him anymore, and he's proven it true thus far.
That may be true, Corey. A master on the microphone like Punk doesn't often let words of others get to him, but certain actions can still set this man off. Of that, I am sure.
Indeed, we saw Punk lash out at Drew McIntyre recently when the Scottish Warrior stole the bracelet given to Punk by one of his biggest fans that bears the name of Punk's wife and their dog. If Rollins can find something similar to set Punk off, it could give him the mental advantage tonight. Technique reversing Rollins. This rivalry has been brewing for years and escalating for months. Rollins was
going for it.
What a cross body.
The next level accuracy needed to hit that move cannot be understated.
And the body control, just amazing athleticism.
Sent straight into the barricade.
Driven into the barricade.
Oh, now sent out into the WWE Universe.
Punch straight to the face, stays off the attack. Rollins can't find any reprieve right now.
Yeah, now Punk's got Rollins in as vulnerable position as we've ever seen him.
He comes back over the barricade.
We could see a count out here.
Under the ropes and back into the ring. Heading out, but needs to be aware of the referee's count. Don't know what the plan is here.
Oh, you know, just mingling with the people.
Whoa. Punk showing off his technical prowess. Hammerlock. Oh, follows it up with a clothesline.
The WWE Universe getting an impromptu meet and greet. How's that for great ticket value?
Whoa, what a high kick.
Referee's count getting higher. Better make haste back to the ring.
And this one might be headed ringside. The action's going back to the ring. Looks like he's coming back in. And CM Punk to Rollins off the crossbody. Rollins, though, able to roll through.
Just amazing power and timing from Seth Rollins. We've seen it throughout his career. And now, catching CM Punk with a GTS. Punk rather fortuitously rolling all the way to the outside to safety. Although in hot pursuit now, Seth Rollins.
And Rollins limping around the ring, favoring his leg. And now just mocking and having his way with Punk.
Rollins has waited for this moment for far, far too long. This victory is going to be one of the sweet... Wait a minute!
Oh my goodness, cover! Is it enough? And a kick out!
While catching Seth Rollins with his own stomp. And coming within a millisecond of victory here.
And Punk not done yet. Pounding away on Rollins. Frustration setting in.
I mean, years of bad blood and verbal jousts between these two are about to come to a head.
Seth able to counter GTS. Looking to deliver one of his own.
Oh, and he connected.
And Punk kicks out.
Yeah. This could be it. He could win it all here. He wasted no time kicking out there.
I don't know.
Rollins with a head of steam. Big air.
Stomp
Into the pin.
Is that enough?
And he's still in the game.
You cannot kill CM Punk. Somehow, some way, Punk will always find a way to survive and continue fighting.
And we know Rollins has a temper. You have to think he's starting to get in his own head a bit.
He's realizing there's an opportunity here.
Just ejected from the ring. He's looking to go high risk from the top rope.
Punk about to take flight. Took the risk. Received absolutely zero reward.
And that may have just been the turning point in this match. And now gets tossed into the ring.
Boom.
Piercing chop. You can really see the effects of all those targeted attacks on the torso.
Wincing with every blow. This strategy is obviously working. Oh, Rollins is in for it.
Go to sleep, GTS!
Just night-night.
Seth has got to dig deep now.
CM Punk from the top rope.
Elbow drop from the top rope.
Punk in the driver's seat now. He's got Rollins right where he wants him after that.
Oh, this should be it. Punk with his opponent up.
GTS, is it the finishing touch Punk needs? And he's seemingly determined to inflict even more punishment on his opponent. He might be going too far here. Hopefully, it does not cost him the match. The visionary, the revolutionary, the architect, Seth Rollins, the Second City Saint, the voice of the voiceless, the ever-controversial CM Punk. A match years in the making has come down to this. Two men, both five-time world champions, physically exhausted, but refusing to relent, refusing to allow the other to take advantage of their exhaustion.
And CM Punk is in control.
And CM Punk is keeping the pressure on, completely taking it to Rollins here.
He counters with a great reversal. Momentum going back to Punk's corner.
Time now for CM Punk to get his energy up and claw back into the fight. Seth Rollins, CM Punk. These two men, two absolute titans in this industry. Similar in so many ways. They're both putting everything on the line tonight, battling with everything they have.
And this capacity Monday Night Raw crowd no doubt knows that they are watching an instant classic. Oh, Punk now with a quick duck under and a Uranagi converts it into the...
And he's releasing the hold. I guess he might have something else in mind here. Seth losing any command of this match.
Heavy work being done to Rollins right now.
Picture perfect Falcon Arrow.
Got out of the way of that one.
Ah, jumping knee strike.
Lights out.
Jumping knee right to the face.
Oh, man. And Seth has to love this. Has to love seeing the...
What you doing here, Corey?
The colossal clutch.
Slipped right underneath, and just like that, he's out of the hold.
Going for the heel now, and cranking that joint.
So much torque on the knee and ankle. Oh, wow. Lights out.
Oh, stomping the arm. CM Punk in full control. There's the left.
Good night, GTS. Seth's eyes look glazed over.
Near fall.
Seth freaking Rollins with a close freaking call. I don't know how he survived that.
Punk took his best shot, gave him everything he had, but just couldn't get the pin.
Attacking the hamstring with knee strikes.
And the counter from Rollins. Cover. Oh, come on. Blatantly
Steal this one.
Not even close. How far is this thing gonna go?
Oh, and it's reversed.
Oh, man. Nice movement from Punk, and the Uranagi connects. And now, an Anaconda.
And can't take it anymore. Has to tap.
Here is your winner, CM Punk.
What a fight, what a night, and what a win. CM Punk once again showing why he is indeed the best in the world.
This truly was a battle between two men at the absolute top of the mountain when it comes to professional wrestling. This really could have gone either way a number of times, but in the end, Punk had Rollins' number.
Yeah, but don't think this is over for Rollins. If anything, this result is only going to enrage him even more, set him off even more on his self-imposed crusade against CM Punk.
WrestleMania 41 was supposed to be the culmination of all those years of hard work. After all the ups and downs, all roads pointed to the one location I'd always dreamed of, the main event of WrestleMania. My victories over Drew and Seth had shown that I was still at the top of my game. After I eliminated both Roman and Rollins at the 2025 Royal Rumble, I soon found myself tossed over and thrown to the floor. And that allowed Rollins to release all his frustrations, taking Roman out with a stomp, attacking me, and punctuating the whole mess with another stomp on Roman. So when Heyman announced that the three of us would meet in the main event of the first night of WrestleMania 41, that's when I struck. I used my earned favor from Survivor Series to request Heyman be in my corner that night. This infuriated Roman Reigns, who would not listen to reason, insistent that Heyman had turned his back on his tribal chief. And in all the madness, Roman and I both lost sight. We never thought that night would end the way it did.
Oh, no!
Heyman betraying both of us.
Oh, my God! What the hell did we just witness?
I can't think of a better candidate for slingshot tech to address. It took my whole career to get to that main event. So let's go back to WrestleMania 41 and get me the win that I was well on my way to earning. Let's destroy the architect's plans. Let's show the Oracle that he doesn't see all. And let's force Roman Reigns to acknowledge us.
Here comes Seth freaking Rollins.
The visionary and the revolutionary of WWE.
From Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 225 pounds, Seth freaking Rollins!
Officially the coolest entrance living every man's dream, Seth freaking Rollins.
Las Vegas serenading Seth freaking Rollins.
You guys remember what happened 10 years ago up in California, the Bay Area? Seth Rollins cashing in Money in the Bank and the heist of the century at WrestleMania.
An iconic call for an iconic performance. Seth needs another one of those iconic moments this evening against two of the best this industry has ever seen.
A 14th appearance at WrestleMania, the third time he's been in the main event.
Come to WrestleMania for the wrestling, but stay for the karaoke. We've got a bit of everything tonight here in Vegas.
The OTC has arrived in Sin City.
From Pensacola, Florida, weighing 265 pounds, the OTC, Roman Reigns.
For a record 10th time, Roman Reigns will main event WrestleMania.
A titan of this industry marching to the ring with his signature celestial swagger, the epitome of ice-cold, effortless cool.
Roman Reigns with a record of 9-3 at WrestleMania. Guys, there are only a handful of men in history with more wins than Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. 3 of those men are The Undertaker, John Cena, and the Game Triple H.
Pressure? What pressure? It's only the main event of WrestleMania. But this is a road Roman Reigns has taken many times before.
This man has a locker at the main event of WrestleMania. This is where Roman Reigns lives.
A lot of questions this week about who would carry the Ulafala to the ring. Paul Heyman would normally do that. Tonight, Roman Reigns come to the ring with the Ulafala on his neck himself. And for the first time in many, many years, Roman Reigns heads into battle alone.
The Ulafala symbolizes the head of the family. And when you talk about Roman Reigns' family, you're talking about one of the most successful and powerful families in the history of wrestling. Tens of thousands of ones to the sky here in Las Vegas.
The Anoa'i family dominance continuing here at WrestleMania. Roman Reigns in a triple threat match for pride and glory. Ladies and gentlemen, CM Punk is in the main event of WrestleMania.
It has to be a surreal moment for CM Punk.
Accompanied to the ring by WWE Hall of Famer, the Wise Man, Paul Heyman, from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk.
Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins look thoroughly disgusted over the fact that Paul Heyman walked down to the ring with the Second City Saint. It is CM Punk's first WrestleMania match in 12 years. Remember, he missed last year's WrestleMania with a torn triceps, and this year he goes into triple threat action with Reigns and Rollins, 2 men that he cannot stand. Triple threat rules. The first man to gain pinfall or submission will win this match. There are no countouts, no disqualifications. He's won championships, he's made friends, he's made enemies. Tonight is CM Punk's night. Tonight is CM Punk's main event.
The pressure has always been CM Punk's playground. The fire has always been burning, and his only addiction is wrestling.
It's a clash of the Titans here at WrestleMania. The original tribal chief, the visionary, the best in the world in a triple threat match.
Punk has waited a long time for this, to main event the show of shows. And to make things better, he gets a chance to take down the 2 men who have been standing in his way since his return.
Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins think they run WWE, that this is their world that Punk has stepped into. But they've got plenty of history to work out between themselves too. This is going to be one for the ages.
It always bothers was me to be around Heyman, always leeching off other people's talents. In CM Punk's corner tonight, though, the question is, where does Paul's allegiance truly lie?
Well, I'll be the first to say I don't trust a word that comes out of the mouth of Paul Heyman. But perhaps for the first time in his entire life, he showed some true loyalty to one of the men who brought him to the dance in WWE. A bond that goes way back, he and CM Punk.
Does having Paul Heyman back in his corner even the scales here for CM Punk? Does having the wise man's strategies and support give him an edge over Rollins and Reigns?
Sure, if you trust Paul Heyman to have your best interests in mind, then yes, he is a huge asset in this kind of match. But remember, Heyman is doing this as a favor for Punk. As far as we know, his allegiance still lies with Reigns. CM Punk has had a non-stop grin since walking out here. Remember, securing the main event of WrestleMania was never the goal. Winning in the main event of WrestleMania is. Punk fails to do that, and he'll always look back on this night with regret.
Paul Heyman did tell CM Punk that he indeed will one day main event WrestleMania. Paul Heyman said, "I will be with you when it happens," and it has. Roman's shoulders are down. Kicks out. He still has life.
Just barely keeping this match going, keeping the fight inside them going.
Going outside. What's he got planned here?
Might be time to look for exit strategies, gentlemen.
Oh, clothesline. And remember, the reason that Rollins and Reigns are here, at least when they first arrived on the scene, was because of CM Punk. The Shield was built as a security force for CM Punk.
Come on, let's not make out like that is some accolade for CM Punk. They were brought in as security to protect CM Punk. It wasn't some selfless act by Punk, and both Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins know that.
Well, Punk is claiming that he was the man to bring them both into the business, and he can't wait to be the man to take them both out of it.
Oh, stop right to the hand. Planted with a neck breaker.
Seth Rollins just goading his opponent.
He gets back into the ring.
CM Punk looking to show off his power game now. Butterfly backbreaker.
And for Punk and Rollins, such a personal hatred between these two. Rollins has never forgotten the fact that Punk left the company, badmouthed the company for many years, while Rollins stayed here and played the soldier. And when Punk came back to all the fanfare, it pissed Rollins off. Seth has a lot of animosity to take out.
I actually spoke to Rollins earlier. He said the only time CM Punk has improved the culture in WWE is when he cleared off for 10 years.
Float over neck breaker.
Picture perfect. The head of the table cinches it in.
Oh, guillotine choke. Clearly not trying to win this one right now, just adding insult to injury.
It's a very, very difficult submission to escape, but he did it.
Single leg drop kick caught him. There's one. Teardrop suplex. They're going to go, I think, for a second one. No way.
What a powerful grip by Roman.
Goes under the ropes and into the ring.
Reigns is trying to pick his opponent apart physically and mentally.
And wow, check out Seth's face after that.
Perch into the cover. This might be it. Stops the count, keeping this match alive.
Rollins drops his opponent. Stomp connects.
Can Reigns recover from that?
He cuts off the pin.
It's not over yet.
Huge kick connects. Beautiful neck breaker after the float over.
That was pretty.
Scaling the turnbuckle here. Clubbing blow to the back. This is not about a championship. This is about pride and dignity and proving you're the best, perhaps of a generation.
It's about ego and animosity. It's about 12 years ago when three men made their way down the...
This is it. He could put him away right here. He got the shoulder up in time.
No time to waste being shocked. You've got to maintain pressure.
Power bomb.
This is the main event of Roman Spear. Roman might have him.
Is it enough? Is this the end? 2 count. Oh, he was almost finished.
You cannot kill CM Punk. Somehow, some way, Punk will always find a way to survive and continue fighting.
Reigns now realizing that he's facing an even tougher level of opponent than usual tonight. Boom! Ripcord knee. And he heads back into the ring. Time to go for a ride. Oh, an exploder suplex.
Hard to not reach a place of desperation at this point. This just may be the only way to survive.
From the top.
Oh! And dropping down with the leg.
The wear and tear on Punk must be turning his insides out at this point.
You know he's looking to dish out some serious pain with that kendo stick.
A reversal. He saw that coming. Got them off there to the sky.
Oh, my!
A gruesome landing. I don't know how you walk away from that. What's he being put in?
Hooked for that neck breaker, but forcing their way out of there. Rollins looking to bait his opponent into a mistake.
Connecting on the DDT. High rent district for CM Punk.
From the sky.
Taking this fight back into the ring.
A little bit of instant regret being felt here, I'm sure. Leaping to your own doom like that.
I don't know what they're looking for here.
And now that he's got that
from the top.
Oh, a malfunction at the junction.
Climbing to the top. What's he have in store?
Apparently, this match needed a mud hole.
Ah, barbaric amount.
Watch out. Cross body from the top. Oh, a knee. Lights out. This has been a hurricane of chaos. Rollins, Punk, Reigns, each struggling to prove their superiority.
CM Punk with a quick movement. Uranagi connects. He's not done there. He's locked in the Anaconda Vice grip.
A couple of knees there. That'll get him out of it. Bang! Here you go.
Both arms hooked. Pedigree.
Is it enough to overcome Punk?
Shoulders down. And a kick out. No one saw that coming.
You cannot kill CM Punk. Somehow, some way, Punk will always find a way to survive and continue fighting.
Seth Rollins in deep thought, hoping to conjure one last move to win this. Heading to the top rope here.
From the top.
Knees up, got the knees up at the last second. Ooh.
We knew this one was going to be good, but Reigns, Rollins, and Punk have outdone all expectations.
Simply some of the best talents we've ever seen in this industry.
Roman, spear! Will Reigns close this out?
2.
What a win for Roman Reigns. His pure power game was more than Punk or Seth could handle.
Here is your winner, Roman Reigns!
It's a clash of the Titans here at WrestleMania. The original Tribal Chief, the Visionary, the best in the world in a triple threat match.
Punk has waited a long time for this, to main event the show of shows. And to make things better, he gets a chance to take down the two men who have been standing in his way since his return.
Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins think they run WWE, that this is their world that Punk has stepped into. But they've got plenty of history to work out between themselves too. This is going to be one for the ages.
It always bothers me to be around Heyman, always leeching off other people's talents. In CM Punk's corner tonight, though, the question is, where does Paul's allegiance truly lie?
Well, I'll be the first to say I don't trust a word that comes out of the mouth of Paul Heyman. But perhaps for the first time in his entire life, he showed some true loyalty to one of the men who brought him to the dance in WWE. A bond that goes way back, he and CM Punk.
Does having Paul Heyman back in his corner even the scales here for CM Punk? Does having the wise man's strategies and support give him an edge over Rollins and Reigns?
Sure, if you trust Paul Heyman to have your best interests in mind, then yes, he is a huge asset in this kind of match. But remember, Heyman is doing this as a favor for Punk. As far as we know, his allegiance still lies with Reigns.
Hoisted up. Cover. Shoulders are down.
A kick out, and you can see the frustration starting to build.
There's plenty of fight left in him.
Oh, he saw it coming.
Capitalizing with a quick O'Connor roll.
Doing whatever it takes to keep this one alive.
The arm getting pummeled. Heading back into the ring now.
Big hit to the stomach.
Nice sit-out powerbomb. That was a powerbomb with one message in mind. Absolute destruction.
CM Punk has had a non-stop grin since walking out here. Remember, securing the main event of WrestleMania was never the goal. Winning in the main event of WrestleMania is. Punk fails to do that, and he'll always look back on this night with regret.
Paul Heyman did tell CM Punk that he indeed will one day. And he's going for the pin. Kick out before the refs count.
He's still very much in this match, if the quickness of that kick out is any indication.
Right across the face. Multiple kicks connect.
And any one of those shots could take you out for good. And a well-timed counter. And for Punk and Rollins, such a personal hatred between these two. Coming down on the chair.
Landing on that chair might have just rearranged some body parts. Oh, and a right hand for good measure.
What a reversal by Reigns.
Oh, God, the crimson is flowing. He's seriously hurt now.
Roman for the win. Kicks out before the 2 count.
The wear and tear of this match only affecting him slightly, it seems.
And Roman and Seth, two former allies, would make a lot of sense for them to team up with CM Punk tonight.
Nah, I think it's way too late to strike that deal, Michael Cole. 10 years of animosity will eliminate all signs of trust between the two former Shield mates.
Remember, in many ways, the obsession by Reigns for Rollins last year cost Reigns the championship in the record reign.
The Punk can be quite happy.
Going for the win! He gets the kick out after the 1.
Somehow still has the energy for a quick kick out. Picture perfect drop kick.
Reigns able to get out of the way.
Oh, Roman Reigns locked and loaded, measuring his opponent.
That could end Rollins right now.
Hammerlock applied.
Oh, a blind clothesline.
And remember, the reason that Rollins and Reigns are here, at least when they first arrived on the scene, was because of CM Punk. The Shield was built as a security force for CM Punk.
Come on, let's not make out like that is some accolade for CM Punk. They were brought in as security to protect CM Punk. It wasn't some selfless act by Punk, and both Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins know that.
Well, Punk is claiming that he was the man to bring them both into the business, and he can't wait to be the man to take them both out of it.
Flapjack!
This has been a hurricane of chaos. Rollins, Punk, Reigns, each struggling to prove their superiority.
Boom, what impact!
Sent flying hard into the corner.
No clue what he hopes to find down there.
And some people would say you can never go wrong with a standard steel chair.
Caught in a bad spot.
No, someone call a dentist. The wear and tear on Punk must be turning his insides.
Going for the pin for the win. He puts an end to the pin there. Clothesline to the back of the neck.
Right about now, Roman Reigns demands acknowledgement.
Here he comes, sliding back into the ring. And now Reigns is starting to look like a man who realizes he is a tribal chief with no followers to come to his aid.
Kick connects.
He's going to set him over the top rope with a big clothesline. Now what does he do? He's got the man right where he wants him, in trouble. Oh, Seth is down for the count. And he fights it off.
I didn't think we'd see a kick out there.
This is not about a championship. This is about pride and dignity and proving you're the best, perhaps, of a generation.
It's about ego and animosity. It's about 12 years ago when three men made their way down the stairs to remake this company in their image, and the man that opened the back door for them.
A search for supremacy. The man, Roman, spear!
Reigns put his stamp on this one. Going right into the pin attempt.
2, 3, no! A 2 count!
There is that legendary fighting spirit of Punk on full display.
Roman has been denied. This is not something we're used to seeing, and by the looks of things, neither is Reigns.
Rollins now, opponent defenseless.
Stop!
Will that close Punk out? Seth Rollins is your winner. The architect drew up Reigns and Punk's defeat perfectly.
Like it or not, agree with his tactics. It's a clash of the Titans here at WrestleMania. The original tribal chief, the visionary, the best in the world in a triple threat match.
Punk has waited a long time for this, to main event the show of shows. And to make things better, he gets a chance to take down the two men who have been standing in his way since his return.
Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins think they run WWE, that this is their world that Punk has stepped into. But they've got plenty of history to work out between themselves too. This is going to be one for the ages.
Seth Rollins hooking up his opponent. Oh my God, a small package driver. It always bothers me to be around Heyman, always leeching off other people's talents. And CM Punk's corner tonight, though, the question is, where does Paul's allegiance truly lie?
Well, I'll be the first to say I don't trust a word that comes out of the mouth of Paul Heyman. But perhaps for the first time in his entire life, he showed some true loyalty to one of the men who brought him to the dance in WWE. A bond that goes way back, he and CM Punk.
Shot to the throat. Sliding back in under the ropes here.
Springboard Swanton.
Roman taking on the offense, but I assure you, the big stage of a WrestleMania main event is not phasing him one bit.
Does having Paul Heyman back in his corner even the scales here for CM Punk? Does having the wise man's strategies and support give him an edge over Rollins and Reigns?
Sure, if you trust Paul Heyman to have your best interests in mind, then yes, he is a huge asset in this kind of match. But remember, Heyman is doing this as a favor for Punk. As far as we know, his allegiance still lies with Reigns.
Shoulders down. Isn't enough. He breaks up the pin attempt, and the manager is searching under the ring. He could only be looking for something nefarious down there.
Pedigree! Oh my gosh, what impact!
Oh, what a kick!
Uh-oh. And able to skirt around that attack.
And that canceled out Reigns' offense.
Right to the kidneys from behind.
And for Punk and Rollins, such a personal hatred between these two. Rollins has never forgotten the fact that Punk left the company, badmouthed the company for many years, while Rollins stayed here and played the soldier. And when Punk came back to all the fanfare, it pissed Rollins off. Seth has a lot of animosity to take out.
I actually spoke to Rollins earlier. He said the only time CM Punk has improved the culture in WWE is when he cleared off for 10 years.
And CM Punk is leaving no breathing room here.
Yes, Punk has worn Reigns down, and he's only going to keep at it.
Russian leg sweep. Beautiful side Russian leg sweep. Rollins getting worked on. So important to keep Seth from gaining any momentum.
Versatility from Rollins. And remember, the reason that Rollins and Reigns are here, at least when they first arrived on the scene, was because of CM Punk. The Shield was built as a security force for CM Punk.
Come on, let's not make out like that is some accolade for CM Punk. They were brought in as security to protect CM Punk. It wasn't some selfless act by Punk, and both Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins know that.
Well, Punk is claiming that he was the man to bring them both into the business, and he can't wait to be the man to take them both out of it.
Oh, what a response. And slides back into the ring. What a display of strength here. Oh, right to the throat.
Oh! Roman with his opponent down. We know what he's aiming for here.
Oh, he fends that off. Hammerlock applied. Into a straight clothesline.
Absolutely impaled on that chair. I can't imagine they're okay after that. Seth just rubbing it in now.
Well-placed elbow to break up the maneuver. This is not a...
Look out! The stomp connects! Roman in big-time jeopardy.
Pin attempt broken. DDT! Heading to the top now.
From above!
Watch out! Through the air. And connects!
Wiping out the competition, but also possibly yourself.
And he throws the opposition back into the ring.
Boot to the stomach gives them separation.
Punk now with a quick duck under and a Uranagi converts it.
He lets his opponent out of the submission.
Yeah, but who knows what damage has been done.
Into the chop block, a debilitating counter there.
Bam! God, that disturbing sound of the kendo snapping on flesh. This has been a hurricane of chaos. He might have him.
Seth Rollins is your winner. The Architect drew up Reigns and Punk's defeat perfectly.
Here is your winner, Seth Freaking Rollins.
Like it or not, agree with his...
Each of these three men believe they are the only one who can walk out of here victorious. Roman Reigns to prove his dominance, Seth Rollins to prove his superiority, and CM Punk to prove he's still the best in the world.
Punk has claimed that for him, this is just business. Taking Reigns and Rollins out at WrestleMania will get them out of his way so he can accomplish the things he returned to WWE to do. To win title.
Now a quick takedown, double leg and a high stacked pin here.
And crashing to the floor goes Roman.
Grabs a quick hammerlock and
a lariat takes them down.
CM Punk, who burst out of the scene.
Perched up top.
Taking a flight to nowhere.
I don't know why on earth you would risk that at this point in the match.
Indy counters.
Oh, what a sling blade. To the arm. Terrible.
He quickly slides into the ring.
Wow.
Spin kick to the midsection. And the action is getting a little too close for comfort here.
Ties their opponent up with a hammerlock.
Right into a lariat.
Bam!
Got flipped upside down there. And Roman and Seth, two former allies, would make a lot of sense for them to team up with CM Punk tonight.
Yeah, I think it's way too late to strike that deal, Michael Cole. 10 years of animosity will eliminate all signs of trust between the two former Shield mates.
Remember, in many ways, the obsession by Reigns for Rollins last year cost Reigns the championship in the record reign.
And Punk would be quite happy if that obsession continues. It's clearly personal for Roman and Seth, but for Punk, tonight's just about business.
Does having Paul Heyman back in his corner even the scales here for CM Punk? Does having the wise man's strategies and support give him an edge over Rollins and Reigns?
Sure, if you trust Paul Heyman to have your best interests in mind, then yes, he is a huge asset in this kind of match. But remember, Heyman is doing this as a favor for Punk. As far as we know, his allegiance still lies with Reigns. Ferocious power slam.
And for Punk and Rollins, such a personal hatred between these two. Rollins has never forgotten the fact that Punk left the company, badmouthed the company for many years while Rollins stayed here and played the soldier. And when Punk came back to all the fanfare, it pissed Rollins off. Seth has a lot of animosity to take out.
I actually spoke to Rollins earlier. He said the only time CM Punk has improved the culture in WWE is when he cleared and a quick schoolboy.
And he gets his shoulder up before the count.
Don't know how he can't get more than a 1 count at this point.
Clothesline. Headed back into the ring.
Oh, what an axe handle. Oh, God.
Cut off with a savage clothesline.
And remember, the reason that Rollins and Reigns are here, at least when they first arrived at the scene, was because of CM Punk. The Sheik, here we go. Here's the pin. He breaks up the pin just in time. Oh, my God, a clothesline.
Rollins getting work done. So important to keep Seth from gaining any momentum.
From the heavens.
Look ringside now, guys. This manager's doing something very suspicious. And now Reigns is starting to look like a man who realizes he is a tribal chief with no followers to come to his aid. And Punk gets countered there. Sliding back into the ring.
One down.
This is not about a championship. This is about pride and dignity and proving you're the best, perhaps of a generation.
It's about ego and animosity. It's about 12 years ago when 3 men made their way down the stairs to remake this company in their image and the man that opened the back door for them.
A search for supremacy. The man that walks out of here is the champion of a generation.
We know what Seth has in store for an old brother here.
Rollins now, opponent defenseless. Stomp into the ground. That could be Punk's demise.
The cover! Oh my God, did you see that? Kick out at 1!
How do you even do that? Kicking out at 1 after a move like that?
There's no way that was what Seth Rollins was expecting. He thought this match was his. And now he gets back into the ring.
Look at this, going counter for counter.
This could do it for the win. Inverted DDT!
Setting up neckbreaker position.
Oh, simply devastating.
And Punk finding himself on the wrong side of another exchange. It's been coming to Punk from all angles tonight.
Big shot taken. That one's going to leave a well. Sheesh, that's going to leave a mark.
This is just turning into a savage display of violence. Cuts the attack off.
Reverse DDT.
Back into the ring now.
And into the corner he goes.
Big reversal by Rollins.
Countering each other again and again.
Hoisted up, powerbomb, desperate situation.
But right hands create separation and an escape.
A DDT drives that head into the ground.
Oh, he timed that counter well.
Sneaks behind into a hammerlock.
Into a straight clothesline. Up the rope he goes.
Taking flight.
You gotta be kidding me.
A true sight to behold, only made better by that picture-perfect landing. Nice movement from Punk, and the Uranagi connects, and now...
And he just decides to end the hold.
Wonder what he's thinking here.
He gets into the ring. Reigns comes up short. And now Punk. Kick to the midsection of Reigns. Rollins trying to crawl back into this as well.
Rollins trying to prevent that GTS on Reigns, but he's about to eat one himself.
Oh, bang. Spear. Stop. Everybody down.
Oh, what a moment of chaos in this match. If any man here can get a cover, it could be victory, but wait up. Lurking is Paul Heyman with a steel chair.
And no shocker here. Handing the chair to his friend, CM Punk. And this, guys, this could be the ultimate betrayal of Roman Reigns.
Oh, Heyman went for a low blow, but caught by CM Punk.
What the hell is Heyman thinking?
And now Punk with a roundhouse kick to Reigns.
Well, Heyman tried to stab his man, CM Punk, in the back, but was denied. But now Rollins with a low blow of his own on Punk. What the hell is going on?
And now Heyman handing the chair to Rollins. What the hell? Oh, no!
The devil's work is afoot tonight.
Plan B all over again.
That pathetic Paul Heyman. He's a damn Judas. How many people is he going to betray?
You're missing the point, Cole. The visionary Seth freaking Rollins has once again pulled the ace out of his sleeve in Las Vegas.
Getting back into the ring now.
in with a back suplex.
Beautiful neck breaker after the float over.
That was pretty. No. Bam! Rollins with a head of steam. Big air.
Stomp connects.
We've seen this win matches
Here's the
for Rollins.
What? You've got to be kidding me.
I don't believe it. Incredible resilience on display.
What a battle Rollins has waged so far, but he's not finished yet.
Wants to finish this.
Axe handle from the middle rope. Oh, look at this. Measuring. He's about to unleash something big.
Here he comes, sliding back into the ring.
Time to go for a ride. Exploder suplex.
Man, what timing on that count.
CM Punk.
Uh-oh.
Oof. Retaliating with a strong elbow. We knew this one was going to be good, but Reigns, Rollins, and Punk have outdone all expectations.
Simply some of the best talents we've ever seen in this industry.
Here you go.
Both arms hooked. Pedigree. Punk's got a problem here.
Gonna be hacked. Hit on CM Punk. Breaking up the pin right there.
Roman, spear, spear.
No coming back from Reigns after that.
2. He kicked out at 2.
Seth Rollins has never been known to lay down and hand out victories to anyone.
I don't believe it. Reigns has ended so many matches that way, but this one just took an unexpected turn. Threat of vital.
Blast off. Oh.
And now the shoulders down.
This might be it.
This isn't good. He's got bad things in mind. Uh-oh.
And just like that, avoiding surefire disaster.
Side headlock applied. Oh, and a right hand for good measure.
Moves from the ring to the outside. He'll make his way to the ring. And now propped up in the corner.
What's it going to take to end it? It might be this. Go to sleep.
That could finish off Roman.
Covers, wasting no time.
This could be it.
He wriggles out of the danger zone there.
Oh! Shoulders down. CM Punk might have him. Punk has beaten the odds. Has defeated both Reigns and Rollins.
Here is your winner, CM Punk!
A moment of pure vindication here for CM Punk.
This was a lifetime in the making, and it couldn't have been any harder earned. Punk had to get through Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins to finally taste a main event victory here at WrestleMania.
But now he's done it. The Second City Saint is victorious at the Showcase of the Immortals.
You